A young boy saw his chance. He secretly set a tiny white fish free. He never knew that one kind act would save his life. 20 years later, that fish took human form. She opened a hot pot spot by the Wu River. And the owner? Absolutely stunning. Men flocked to her restaurant, desperate for a glimpse. But these men only wanted one thing from her. She'd play along, feeding them tofu with a seductive smile. Once they were full and satisfied, she'd demand her payment, her special food. And what was her price? The customer's heart and brain. The man, under her spell, agreed instantly. She slid an empty plate across the table. He had no idea what was coming. The next second, his heart and brain just appeared on it. He died not even knowing they were gone. In a flash, he collapsed, bleeding from every opening. A cold, dark wind swept through. She changed her clothes and walked to the pot. Slowly, she dropped his organs into the broth to grow her power. Meanwhile, a scholar was on his way to the capital, but the Wu River was raging, a violent current. He was swept into the water, but she was there. She pulled him from the brink. He woke up to see her dancing, a vision of grace. He was instantly captivated, lost in the moment. It was love at first sight. They'd barely spoken a word when his stomach started to growl. So she brought out the death pot. White broth, poison. Red broth, safe. She picked a piece of tofu from the white broth. She offered it to him, but he refused. He tried to get one himself, but fumbled and dropped it. To apologize, he quickly grabbed a piece from the red broth, and he ate it with a huge smile. Then, disaster. He knocked everything over. The soup splashed all over his clothes. Her eyes locked onto his waist, a pendant with a missing corner. She asked him, "Are you from Jiangshan?" He said yes, and then she knew. He was the boy, the one who saved her 20 years ago. Realizing who he was, she dropped her enchanting spell. She warned him, "Only eat from the red broth." That night, they fell for each other. Hard, but it's forbidden. Human and demon. For his own safety, she told him he had to leave. Now, as he left, she gave him her handkerchief. A promise, a token of their love. He left, his heart aching. Later, the scholar arrived in South City. The streets were chaos. He saw a new hot pot spot having its grand opening. The owner didn't have many customers, but don't be fooled. She was something else entirely. She saw the demonic energy clinging to him and dragged him inside.